Good evening and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 1, and this is Matchday 14. We're into the second half of the season, and what a season it has been. It started off as one of those things where I think with sort of Division 2 being more of the kind of, what's the word? I don't know, maybe slightly more concepty than Division 1, or slightly weaker concepts in Division 1. Division 2 got a lot of the plaudits early on, but Division 1 has certainly got very interesting, and if we take a look at the table, we can see why. As you look down from Trumpton in 4th place to Team GB in 8th, this is very, very close. Alf has arrived. Good evening, Alf. There, and David, of course. I've said my hello to him on the on the live chat, of course, and Mr. Thacker is here as well. So, you know, we're building up with some Division 1 managers here, fantastic. But I've been really enjoying Division 1 recently, big new piece here. It's had my attention for being so close. I mean, look at Asner, 22-21, North Trafford 2020, Team GB 2020, absolutely identical record overall. Home and away is a bit different, but for North Trafford and Team GB, it's extremely close. And of course, Wolfie disappeared again. So, you know, less than 25 minutes away from commentating last week, and he has not been seen or heard from since, but he's obviously still with us somewhere because he managed to delete his Twitter account. So if you're watching, Wolfie, come back. Your team is defaulted tonight. That's the best way to describe it. Anyway, it's looking good. Doggate Rangers 4 points clear, no longer the 7 points clear they were, really closing in with some decent form. Steel Hawks have got their way up to 3rd and putting a tiny little cushion there between themselves and Trumpton. Then a 5 point gap down from 8th to 9th, Team GB down to Roundhay. OAB's 2 points further back. Falaraki one of that, and Allenson, he just keeps not wanting to touch the bottom there. Tyneside keep hiding. Allenson and Falaraki level on points on 12. Imaginary Madrid on 11, and Tyneside 3 points adrift on 8. And their squad is suffering a little bit, I think, this season. They are not quite performing to how they want to be, and of course, Dan Hazard didn't manage to get his, whoever it was, Okaronko and Coco for once stepping foot in the UK, which has got Newcastle in it or something. I can't remember what the rule was. Look at that goal score, 25. You're absolutely right there, Chris. Obviously, I'm slightly behind. Well, I'm seeing it as soon as the message comes up, but obviously you'll have a delay from me doing it, so you'll be wondering, what's that about? The 4th highest scoring team, yep, it was sat there second bottom. But if you look at those goals conceded, it's 6 more than any other team. Take a look at this, though. If you take out Steel Hawks, you have 3 goals conceded, separating the top 11 teams. That is incredible. Goals scored, a very different matter, as Dalgety Rangers have got 13 more than any other team. Last match's results, we had the 0-0 draw between Aston and Falaraki, which was played a week after the other ones, and it was a show that, if you did watch it, the game was alright in itself, but it was about an hour of admin afterwards of clicking through because 2 people wanted to watch it, so I left it on. Look at all the goals scored in that round, though. Apart from that 0-0 draw, the rest of the games produced goals for every team, and up to 8 goals over the course of the matches. The cup was played as well, and in the last round of the cup, Allenson sneaked through on a replay against Skade 2-1, and Asner dominated against Dawsoner. Oh, you look at it and you think, well, winning teams conceded none against non-league sides in there, and really beating Steel Hawks with the upstanding goal by 9 goals to 0. Let's get back into the fixtures for today. A reminder, that's the cup games, of course. That's coming up in a couple of rounds' time. That's the first division. Quick look at the first division, because I was clicking the wrong buttons, so why not? Skade there in 3rd place. There they are. That's Troms, Darlan top in the league. Premier Division, there we are. Fixtures for today. Allenson versus Trumpton, two teams in very different ends of the table, very different sets of form. Aston's Ajax versus Tyneside. Don't really need to talk about that again tonight, to be honest. Dalgety Rangers versus Team GB. Alf doing his best to try and stop the Dalgety side from keeping that big lead at the top of the table. Falarki versus Loco Calaveras. North Trafford and Imagine Madrid. I think Madrid have a decent chance today, to be honest. Roundhay versus Real E, and a big game of Steelhawks versus the Old Age Ballers. And of course, Martin, since he's come in, has given the team 3 consecutive victories. I think it's 2 in the cup and 1 in the league, but it's still 3 consecutive victories. And we're going to go to the opening game of Astana versus what they call Tyneside. Yeah, so I mean, the team wasn't selected this week from Astana. It's late, so the team lineup is being set there, and they go into the game. And Tyneside, there was no team submitted this week, but it's far fewer times that's happened, so they've just gone for the keeping things as they are situation. And I do believe that's the case anyway. I will just check that they did they didn't submit their team. I'll just have a little look to make sure I'm not just skipping through their game when they have done something, but I believe they haven't. 4th of Jan last time. It's way before the last round's games. Yeah, so here we go with this one, and we push through the match. The opening game of the day. Yeah, it's nearly half time. It's 1-0 to Tyneside from Viduka. It's 1-1 at half time with a goal from Melchiot, but then Shearer scores to make it 2-1, and the game is nearly over. And Tyneside have clawed their way back to 11 points in the table. So, through the next one. Okay, it's Roundhay versus Real E is our next game. Roundhay suffering with 4 players out. Nuno is in the reserves. He's suspended for a match. Bowyer is suspended for a match for his 3 yellow cards. Vieira is suspended for his 3 yellow cards. Nuno is his 2nd red card of the season. It's only a 1-match ban. And Hollaback, we saw last match that his condition disappeared, never mind being 0%. In the background, by the way, you might be able to hear we've got some Indesit exposure going on. We've got the washing machine, but yeah, hopefully it won't be too much of a disturbance for the show. Team GB concentrating on the cup, says Alpha. We'll see. They're still doing very well in the league. Roundhay's team for today sees Sean Dyche getting his chance at left back with the absence of Hollaback. It's his first start in the league this season, and he's certainly a player who can play in a few positions, isn't he? So that's good. I mean, yeah, Alf. I'm going to try not to make the games finish early. That was absolutely bizarre, but it does turn out that apparently that referee on there, yeah, a bit of sponsorship. He should have some sponsorship, Chris. You're right. Indesit should be paying me for that. Yeah, that referee had been suspended before for sort of match fixing or something. So interesting that he was put in charge of a major competition. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, Roundhay going for it. They're making their subs at 60 minutes. Real E, I believe their plans are for 60 minutes too, but there was no team submitted, so there's no subs at all. I'm just going to check that again. I'm correct beforehand, but the last time a Real E team was submitted was before the cup match, and they played the cup match and won 9-0, so there's no team in for today, so no substitutes for Real E, who are playing in their lovely kit of grey and green. Bjarne Hansen refereeing. We'll go to the Roundhay stats, because they're the team that are in today, and we go through this one. So the game's kicked off, and you can kind of see it in the bottom, but it's not the strongest text to be able to read that green on that grey without the shadow. It's they'll really have been a little bit more proactive, I'd probably say is the word I'm looking for, rather than stumbling over it. And at this point it's 1-0, and it's Hernan Crespo who scores the opening goal for Roundhay, and he scored 2. Notice that the Jorge name is missing from him on here. I got rid of his actually it's a hat-trick for Crespo. This is an incredible performance there from round here, and part of it, I don't know, is it 3-1 though? 3-1. It has been a goal. It's been scored by Adolfo. I mean, it's going particularly well, isn't it, for them? It's been an interesting first half, and it is half time now. And as we have a little look at the match stats to see how they're doing, every single shot is on target. So that's been interesting. We've had 3 throw-ins in this match. That's been superb. 3 throw-ins in 45 minutes. Crespo really on target today against Really, of course. He's doubled his goal tally. He's now got 6 goals, and this is one of his best. But look at these ratings recently: 10, 10, 8, 6, 9. Obviously, 6 isn't great, but he's playing well for Really. Well, they won't make any changes, and there's no need to make any change for Roundhay till the 60 minutes is when they suggested to make their changes. So we go into the second half, and there we have an enforced substitute of Pochettino. And Fifey, good evening. I do hope you are okay. Don't worry, you are not late. It isn't your division. You're a welcome guest to this, and nobody's ever late to Swemp unless your team's late. In which case, there's a difference there. And of course, everyone here tonight, their teams are perfectly in. So Pochettino, I haven't seen Jim here at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and bring on Sinisa Mihailovic, who would seem a logical, so be started 4 of the games this season. He'll be the one to come on. I'll just give it a few seconds just in case Jim is here, but I think he may well be working at this time, to be honest. We shall push through in a second with this. Yeah, I think he's out, and even if so, I'm pretty sure he'd do the same thing. So a quick look here. Crespo scores his 4th. What a performance this is from Hernan Crespo, and really are going to end up still at least 4 points behind at the top of the table. It's gone through to 63. Shevchenko on a 10 with no goals. And that shows the kind of performance he's putting in. It's all about, he's playing very, very well. Are they going to be making both subs here? I think we just make the one. We take off the one who's least fit, because just in case Lopetegui has to come off. So we just make the one change, and Luis Enrique is who will be removed at this point, and he'll come off for Van Bommel. It's going particularly well. Shevchenko has a hat-trick of assists. He's won every header. He's made 3 key passes. He has been very, very good. Overshadowed by Crespo's 4 goals. But this is a superb Shevchenko performance. 4-1 is extremely good. Lopetegui making a good save at that point. Shevchenko just missing the target. Went for a spectacular chip, but I suppose when you're playing very, very well, your confidence is up, and we've got 15 minutes left. It's calming down a bit, this one, but they're looking for a 5th. It's a good save from Bosnich. It's a big shock indeed. Message coming through from Chris there about it, and I mean, Roundhay are a good team, but are they 4-1 better than Really? Then no, that's a great performance. Classed as a mega horse result. So, I mean, Simeone only dropped 3% in the last half hour. 4%, sorry. So, he ended up managing to survive there, and the substitute did not cause him any harm by not going off. Really dominated by Roundhay. Great performance. Shevchenko scored all of his shots, and very well played there. And the runs, the 8 dribbles from Luis Enrique, maybe they might have missed that towards the end of the game, but they have deserved that victory massively. Steelhawks versus OABs. I'm just going to hold it on a little bit, because Martin may well be on. Have we got any matches where the managers aren't here? Chris is here. Loco, Falaraki. Yeah, Loco and Falaraki. We can go to this one next. Notice that there's a few players out here. Sebastian Mendes is out, having played quite a few games. Not played very well in the games, but he has played a lot of games. Estevez has got himself injured. He's been having a great season, to be honest. He's got a bad groin. He's just getting a few rubs before he comes back in. For this one, Jardel's been chosen up front. He's got a great record so far. Amoroso, for me, has been playing very, very well recently as well. He's there on the bench as Danielson, who I'm sure scored a hat-trick recently. Did he score a hat-trick? Was it? Did he score a hat-trick? Was that in the Cup? No, he got beat 4-0 in the league. I didn't. I just made it up, or is it a different Danielson somewhere? Well, I don't know. I could make anything up, couldn't I, and just make it sound interesting. Or really boring. I'm sure I've seen Nelson scoring loads of goals. Oh well, making it up. Yeah. Good team. Very good team. And of course, these should be contenders for the title with the squad that they've got. They're currently in 5th. And they're playing Falaraki, who Paul Ince is suspended, so David Batty is into the lineup with Dennis Wise brought to the bench in a later change to the team. But it's all good. We've got everybody here. Bambi, McManaman, Sheringham, Shearer, the front four. Darren Anderton, for me, is I think he could be a very, very effective substitute at some point. They're going for their usual 60-minute substitutes, and we'll see how they get on. Every team, not every team, just a few. Now, these teams are both here, and these managers are definitely here. Although it's not in the chat tonight. Falaraki, Loco Calaveras, here we go. And we've kicked off from the dentist's chair. And I'm trying to think what is going on here. We have got... yeah, it's 1-0. Shearer. I'm trying to work it from 5. Yeah, at least these managers have submitted me some plans for substitutes. That's absolutely fine. That is perfectly allowed within the league. It's not everyone can make every game for these. And McManaman's supposed to make it 2-0. Loco have been absolutely dominated here early on. Costanza on a 5. Samuel, Jardel, Zanetti, they're all up, and Veron down to 5s. And Paul Gascoigne's on his consistent 7 when he plays well. This is looking very, very good for Falaraki, but of course one goal could change some of these performances. It is well, every shot there for Falaraki's gone in. A bit of a nightmare for Costanzo. Gamma has made the effort. There's been a lot of tackle attempts. Ronaldinho winning 5 tackles. He's having to come back and do what other players aren't. It's hard to follow where the positions are within this team, isn't it? Someone's won 3 tackles, Gamma has won 5. They must be absolutely being taken apart at times, and then having to make some last-ditch tackles. Gareth Southgate doing reasonably well. The teams are going to 60 minutes as far as I'm aware for both teams, so let's just take it through to 60 and see how this goes. We'll just check for any absolute glaring injuries at this point. There are none, so we are good to continue. It's looking alright still for Falaraki, but their opponents are trying to come back in. Shearer's had a chance though to make it 3, and he didn't. McManaman as well, a good save. Costanzo is at least doing his work now a little bit more in this part. And the substitutes are coming now, so I'll just go to Champino and his sub-instructions here. So, and the goal Shearer has scored, so we just need to make one change here. Is Redknapp for Gascoigne who dropped down to a 6. Will there need to be any other Symington to manage injuries? David Batty, potential groin injury. Make a second change, I suppose, would be okay at this point for them to do. No, we don't actually. He's over 80%. He's fine. It's not an injury that would cause massive concern to other managers. Just more likely to be me. And with Loco Calaveras to make their changes. Ronaldo for Jardel. It's a triple change. We've got Ronaldo for Jardel. We got Amoroso for Danielson. And Emerson to come on for Veron. and we take a look at what the ratings of those 3 substitute players are, he's taken off a 5, a 6 and a 7. So Walter Samuel, Zeriberto, Zanetti all still on the pitch on 5s, but if you're making subs based on specific changes, then it's Jim, on a break at work, go back and watch your game, or maybe, or alternatively, you could stay and watch some more of this. But yeah, it was an interesting match, Jim. I'll say that without giving the result away to you. McManaman with another chance, and this is still looking like Falaraki are going to take the points and move themselves right up that table, which of course they need following the victory for Tyneside. They really need that. And we've got managers of teams in different divisions criticising the other division. I don't. I like both. I really like both. So, for me, just because I'm in one doesn't make me actually like the other one less. I think the action in both, at the top of the table in the other division, is superb, and mid-table here is intense as well. Look at that. Nick Barmby, man of the match. Shearer playing a 9. Phil Neville playing a 9 in his defensive midfield position. He's starting to really adjust into that one. At least Costanzo improved to a 7, kept the score down. He made 2 saves in the second half. I'll look later sounds ominous. yeah, I suppose you could say that in one way or another. Southgate playing very well. Nick Barmby with some dribbles, with a couple of assists as well for Loco. It didn't quite work out today, and they have done their best, but their best was just not good enough in that match. We've played 3 games already, haven't we? So are there any other games where managers aren't here? Alf's here, and I'm going to put Alf's game on. I know Alf's here. Sometimes I know he likes to have a bit of an earlier game, so let's put this in now. What's we got here? Fifey singing songs. What tune is it to? I can't work out what tune it's to. No, there's only 2 of those. There's only 2 of those being in Division 2. Mr. Hopkins was in Division 1 last season and hasn't continued this season, so there's only 2 of those. So let's have a look at these. I think these unhappy players are all wanting contracts. Kiotis is the first one there. Okoronkwo would also like a contract. I'm just going to check that Okoronkwo shouldn't be in the first team here. Zauri is there. Walter Samuel. These are lots and lots of players that are wanting new contracts at this point. Aymar would like a new contract. They're happy at their teams. Crespo, yes, another one. And what I feel like to see some fans. I think, I am just going to check just to make sure Okoronkwo isn't in the team, as he hasn't been playing all that much this season. I don't think so. It's probably right. Yeah, he's only made 2 starts. Samuel and Nestor. It is. Yeah, that's correct then. That's correct. Very, very attacking team. We should see Target reaching 50 goals. They have 40 at this point. Lovely stuff. Van Nistelrooy with his 9 league goals and 13 overall. Nikiforenko with his 12 league goals in 12 games. Only 2 man of the matches for that. And Crespo with 3 league goals, which, we all know what Crespo and his league goals are like. So, into the match, not into the valley. Alf, let's have a look. We've got Ferdinand's a bit disappointed, and Woodgate would like a new contract, so we'll give him that new contract. There, 40 goals in. They've got 40 goals in their 13 league matches. Yeah, 40 in their 13 league matches. There. He wasn't watching it in real time. He jumped a game. Go back and. You can either watch it or you can catch it later. But anyway, one game did get played at supreme speed though, because neither team was bothered, or at least knew that it was on time. I would say to managers that obviously if you struggle to get it on time, set yourself notifications from the Swemp account, and then the reminders will come to you about the fact that when something changes, it changes. Uh, this is how it feels from there. Oh, big Nick, that's a good one there. Look at Alf's arrows. Alf's arrows. Giggs, Ferguson, Gerrard, Scholes, Dyer, Ferdinand, Campbell, Southgate, all with arrows forward. This is going to be an attack fest from both teams here. If they score 10, we will score 11. This promises to be a good one, doesn't it? And Sven Shelbrot refereeing this one. Yeah, I'm very much interested in see what goes on in this game. Dalgety making their usual subs. Remember, Alf, you can choose what minute you would like your second half subs. Please let me know at half time what that minute will be. Rio Ferdinand has been booked already. Team GB all the way. We need a Team GB win to keep the table close. But Dalgety need a win to put themselves clear at the top of the league. And it's definitely a tense one, this one. Not as many chances going the way of us. This is quite a quiet first half. Maybe one last chance. Are we going to get a screen? Oh, Barry Ferguson scores to make it 1-0 just before half time. I was going to say, is there enough to fill a page of match report? But I think these last few minutes have proven that there is, and there is comfortably enough to fill a match report. So a look at that. One shot on target. One shot for Dalgety Rangers. One shot for Team GB. It's gone in. Ladies love a shot. Alf, I will pop it on to here for a second. Just to let you know, your lowest condition is the 89 of Michael Owen with a potential groin injury. Everybody else is in the 90s. Yeah, just let us know if you want any changes. And I'm just going to have a quick look at Dalgety. Nobody's on 5s, so they will stay on as they are. But I mean, when players are making fewer than 10 passes and such like, it's not going particularly well here. It's, I think Team GB have done very, very well that first half, and those arrows, although the ratings haven't been hugely strong, the performance has been good, right? Remember, Ralph, just let me know what minute the second half subs are to be on, please. And then I will kick off the second half once I've got that. Shearer for Owen has happened there at this point. Owen, who really was not inspired. There wasn't a 13-year-old goalkeeper in to fire loads of volleys at, which he would do. Vun.fi, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Vun.fi, that's what we all want. Vun.fi fun. That's the one. And I really don't know why they suddenly started infiltrating Swemp and Super League with these chat bots or whatever. They're not even chat bots. They're just typing words. They're not even links to anything. What's the point? Just as they've been to boost the Swemp viewing figures. I don't know what it's all about. If I don't hear anything in the next 30 seconds in my clock, then I am just going to go 60 minutes for subs for Team GB in the second half. So Jack Wilshere probably, doing that about other teams. I'm not sure how much I appreciated that, even though I'm not a fan of either club. Another 10 seconds from here. Obviously, by the time you hear that, it'll have already happened. But I have to go with this for that. Yep, it's time to kick off the second half. So we've got 60 minutes with both teams, and the chances have come in already. It looks like Team GB are coming forward with quite a bit of power. It's still going the way of the away team at the moment, with a yellow card there for Walter Samwell. Subs coming up, and here we are, the subs. Team GB, your subs. The worst decision ever in the history of life. That's an interesting one. So no real condition problems here at all for Team GB. I'll leave you on your ratings, Alf. So have a look at those. We'll see if you're going to make any changes at this point. I will have a quick drink to keep the old voice going for this part here. I can feel it starting to go a little bit, but it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It's going to go in a few days, I think, by the sound of it. Alf will keep it. That's good. And for Dalgety Rangers, 6s to come off. We'll make 2 of them. So, no condition troubles on here. Look at the 6s. Well, Nicky Franco will be left on because of his sort of legacy this season that he's been setting. So, off comes Crespo for Elber, and the other change will be in centre of the field. Barry Ferguson will come off, and we will see introducing this Patrick Vieira. If I think you're going to have to lay off those Poundland protein shakes, they're making you an angry man. Kieran Dyer scores to make it 2-0. Great performance from Team GB. I mean, this 40 goals is going to be 40 goals at this rate for Dalgety Rangers. They are looking for one. They pulled one back. It is Robin. It's Robin. And Van Nistelrooy has come close. Elber's also had a chance. They're bringing it back in towards them, aren't they? They're trying to reel this back. Van Nistelrooy has equalised. 10 minutes to go. Ruud Van Nistelrooy has equalised. This could go either way now in the last few minutes. Elber with a chance. Team GB hanging on by a thread. Vieira takes a yellow card. And with 2 minutes to go... What an end to that game that was. 2-2, and that, I mean, we had one shot apiece in the first half. We had 13 to watch in the second half, and 10 shots on target out of those 13. That was a great last half hour. Obviously not a great last half hour there for Team GB to see their lead slip away, but you can't stop Dalgety scoring very often. Sol Campbell did his best with his headers, but couldn't be bothered to tackle properly. And I don't think there's any kind of you've played so badly you don't deserve anything out of this to either team. The first half was dull. The second half was absolutely thrilling. And Totti's 8 dribbles have certainly helped with that. So yeah, a very interesting game at the end with plenty of throw-ins. So we will go to Steelhawks versus OABs. I mean, now it's gone 9 o'clock. Maybe Martin isn't able to make it onto this site, or maybe he's watching, but he's just keeping his head down. Who knows? Steelhawks last match, of course, were destroyed 9-0, which the board were not very pleased with, and it's I mean, yeah, and I know he's prioritised the league, but if you know the chance of the confidence and things that come with a cup run. Don't know why I'm clicking on that there, but let's have a little look at the team for today. We've got Jaffa and Barsom playing out wide, with Kaladze and Taram as well out wide on their sides. Dyer and Mendieta in defensive mid, both players who, you know, are made to be other positions, but they can play defensive mid, just not as well as the others. Kaladze, Estefan and Taram very, very strong in defence. Khan in goal, who this season has conceded 16 in 13 games, and that's not a bad record at all. More up front with his record of 6 goals from 7 starts and 3 sub appearances, so not bad at all. Yeah, it does sound like Big Napi's a bit more down than quite a few people with COVID. I do hope things are okay, and things are okay with your family as well. At this point, old age ballers, Martin changing things up again, but he's found a consistent kind of set of players going on here. He's not too keen on the rest. Maldini's almost back from injury as well, so that will really boost that defence and those options that he's got. Yeah, when playing 3 centre backs, he's got now 5 to choose from with Maldini's return that he would be pretty happy with. Yeah, Batistuta this season. 3 goals, but his cup record is good, and Stefan Effenberg has started to play a little bit better now. So we'll go on to this game, and Steelhawks versus Old Age Ballers kicks off, and I'll make sure that I bring up during this. What's the offside rule? Is there something weird in the football? Has something strange gone on with regard to that? See, unfortunately, I'm not able to watch the other match at the moment. But this game, we're into the first 10 minutes. Oh, the rest of them have cruised it, which is good news for them, but not for yourself. In that way, I suppose you're happy that your family are doing okay and you're dealing with things. Redondo has the only yellow card so far. Barcelona Real Madrid sounds quite interesting. Real Madrid have taken the lead in the last few minutes to make it 3-2 in their game, and we are coming towards half time. There's not a lot that's happened from this game. They're cancelling each other out. And Chance Ince coming close to having one there. Spurs had a goal disallowed. I thought it was perfectly legitimate. I'll have to have a look at that and see what happened. What did happen? I don't know. Half time. One shot, not on target for Steelhawks, and OAB absolutely powering them through. I'll leave it on there. Jaffa, by the way, for David is a potential knee injury. So if you are watching, yeah, that's your things. Otherwise, I'll just do. I think you said going through till 60 is what you've said there. So we shall have a quick look. So hang on. So I'm just trying to read my instructions, but I got a notification at the same time that just took me to the wrong account. I am actually here looking at things. OAB's Martin is in there. Injuries or condition below 75%, no performance or suspected injury related subs. These are for yeah, I think that's everything there, so that's fine. 60 are fine there for David, so we'll push on and I'll check them at 60. And just check OAB didn't have anyone suffering massively, did they? I didn't even check that. I spent my time looking. We are looking through here and just seeing will anything happen. Have Steelhawks got their way back into this a little bit? Subs to come up now. Nestor and Taram and Khan playing 8s. Kaladza and Dyer on 7s. Condition wise, Jaffa is significantly below everyone else. He's at 86 and 87s, apart from Nestor who's above, and Khan who's a goalkeeper. So what will your changes be there? I'll just have a quick look at OABs. We've got nobody suffering on there for it. So we'll go back to David's team. Let him have a little look at his stats while he's making those changes. High School Musical. High School Musical. Lovely stuff. If I hadn't heard that song We're All In This Together as part of a Leavers Assembly one year, I'd have absolutely no idea what you're talking about there. But there it's Joe Cole for Jaffa Cake. How many shots has Murat had? Well, I'll check that for you. He's had none. None at all, so I assume at that point you'd like to sub him. No shots. No shots at all. Oh, needed that little bit of drink there. Oh, Shearer on, please, for Murat. Yeah, of course. There we are. So we will push on for the game. And a yellow card for Cola. That's a third yellow card for OABs. They're holding on in this one to their players just about. What are we drinking? Well, tonight it is a special. It is the Clementine and Cranberry Bucks Fizz from M&S, which was usually £6 or £6.50 something, but they've reduced it to £3, and there was one bottle left, and it is absolutely brilliant. It was a perfect Christmas drink, and it is just going down very, very nicely tonight. One bottle of this, and it means that it's just a few little units, but beautiful taste. Don't need the alcohol, just love the taste of that. Yeah. Oh yeah. 5 yellow cards for OABs, 2 yellow cards for Steelhawks. OAB still unbeaten under Martin, and it was a decent game. Scott turns up, and the first thing he says is he loves these teams. He's absolutely very, very happy. I went to the Boris's work event to pick up. What was I picking up? Oh yeah, I think it was some tights for the daughter for her nursery, and also I did pick up as well a fresh soup reduced from £2.60 to 63p. I'll be having that for lunch tomorrow. Anyway, so look at this. We've got Batistuta, brutal in the air. He cannot head the ball. 12 attempts, 2 successful headers. Lizarazu trying plenty of tackles. Redondo being fairly successful in his. He dropped down to 65%, but he was nowhere near that at 60 minutes. Steelhawks, Nestor was a great defender in that one, to be honest. Jaffa went off earlier on, so we didn't get to see him for too long, but Khan taking man of the match in that. I think he kind of deserved it for the OAB's efforts that were coming in there, so can't separate David and Martin for this one, and we push into game number 6. 2 matches left. 2 matches left tonight already. Allenson versus Trumpton. Oh, Martin's there. Good evening, Martin. Yes, champed in a way, but I mean, let's just say this Steelhawks team are in great form and have been a very, very strong side that were expected to finish top 2 really this season, so you've done very well to get a result away from home to them. We've got Big Noopy versus Big Kid. They're battling the bigs, and Allenson today, they have gone into it with a reasonably strong team. Zickler at least has managed to score a goal now. His team's performance has been dreadful if you take away the cup. But he's getting a start on this one. How many times do they hear that at the Priory? Well, I haven't said that to them at the Priory. I just don't say anything. But we got this. Obviously, the Alex and Jacob team. It's very much an Alex team today. Looking through that, I mean, having to go to a replay versus the non-league, the lower league side was interesting, but they got through it and they're ready for some action, having played some extra games to keep them fit. Trumpton Vice Squad, their team for today, no Zinedine Zidane. He's been playing every game where available this season. He's now being dropped, and Big Kid going for it in a different way, of course. There's the 2 out wide, but they're on the same side. Petkov and Collad's are going to be doing some covering at wing back during the match in various different situations. People in generally more natural positions, obviously, aside from Beckham. And the team is different. The team is different. We're going to see what they can do today. Their last match was a 2-0 defeat to OABs in the Cup. Beckham takes the captaincy, and with Frode Guldbjørnsen refereeing, this promises to be a thriller. Yes. Anyway, you can always make things sound interesting, can't you? If you say things in an excitable way. And Ray Parler has scored in off the bar. It's 1-0. Chris just waiting to pick in the AFCON. I assume that's not me when it's picking the AFCON, because I went from pick number 1 in the first round to 16 in the next, so I don't even get to choose that one, and then I'm round 7 in the next, so bearing in mind they're on about the 20th pick earlier, we're on to around the 39th as my next one. Heinrich is off, injured, which is a shame for them, and we will see if there's a substitute set by Big Kid as who'd come on for whom. So I'm trying to work out here. Heinrich's gone off, so that would be Carragher. Yeah. There we go. I think. Let me see. If... Yes. There we are. No, it's alright, Chris, yeah. That's fine. It's me checking Zickler. Zickler has equalised. He scored his first league goal. He might get above a 5.25 for this, and this is certainly interesting. Del Piero's come close to scoring, and with Beckham on a 5 as captain, it's not going so well for them. Alanson, Big Noopy, please let me know at half time what your... just a little point here. Zickler on a potential knee injury, Yakubu on a potential groin injury. They are both on 80% there. But let me know what minute you're making your subs during the second half. And 60 minutes for Trumpton if it is not happening now. 13% there, Heinrich. That is extremely low. Knee injury, that could be problematic. Could be just a bit of a knock to his knee, but at the same time could be pretty serious. Take only on 5 at half time for Trumpton. And if Beckham off, Seedorf on, and swap with Berg. That's their second sub made. Subs at 67 minutes. Okay, superb. 67 minutes. So we go to Trumpton first at the 60 mark. And the washing machine is really enjoying itself at this point. It's into a big spin cycle as Del Piero comes with a chance, and it's a goal. It's a goal for Nesta. He scores to make it 2-1 to Alanson. The teams at the bottom are really trying to close up this league, aren't they? Zickler's just missed the target, and we go to the 60-minute changes now for Trumpton. This is anyone bad or tired / injured less than 85 at 60. We'll make a third substitute then for these. There are no 5s, there are some 6s, and condition wise I know that Zanoni's there at 84. He's playing a 6 as well. Is he injured? No. Have we got anyone at 85 who is actually less than 85? Wouldn't count. Bad? Anyone playing badly at this point? I think Zanoni is the one to come off there, and if it's Zanoni that's coming off, Parfanov to come on, so it makes perfect sense there as a third change for them here. And we go another 7 minutes along the clock, and the substitutes just warming up there for Alanson. Looks like we're heading to 67 minutes. It's 68, 69, 70. It just keeps going. The game ticking along. Can they make it the goal? No, they can't. Right, okay. So Smerteen's on his 6. Yakubu's down at 74. Zickler at 72. Larson at 76. Also has a potential injury. Ratings wise, you're looking at that. So Larson is struggling in terms of performance as well as that. So it's not so bad. It looks like the picks have been fairly slow in the AFCON one there. Okay. 5 feet is back. Talk Daredevil with a woman from work. What did you miss? Alanson are winning. Alanson are beating Trumpton at the moment, so it's going very, very well. Let's see, where are we at? Look at the substitutes here. What will he do? I think Zickler or Yakubu's got to come off at this point. One of these, freshen things up. Aguinaga for Zickler and switch with Del Piero. There we are. Will there be another one there? Which is big to be seen. It is this one, Allison here. And Jakob H. Yule coming on for D'Alessandro. There we are. Is that the change is sorted? Or have we got another one? We will see. We will see. What? I can't work out here what's going on. It's quite hard to work out. Blimey, which pot's been? David's picking about 1,000 teams in. Anyway, I assume that's the subs done. I assume that is the subs done there. So there we are, and with 15 minutes to go now, we just have a little look and see that Alanson are still holding on. Trumpton's form is just dipping a little bit at the moment. This would be a huge win for Alanson if they can hold on for this. But it's an equaliser for Penza. He gets it, and it's 2-2. And we go into the last minute or two of this game. Will there be a winner? Another game that looks like it's going to go to a win for somebody who needs to push up the table, and it's a 2-2 draw. Del Piero takes man of the match there. Quite a few eights. A late goal from Penza. And Alanson, if they could have hit the target a few more times, were set to win that one. But wow, that equaliser really did them some good there. Trumpton kept themselves in that battle at the top of the table, moved them a point closer to the top. Oh no, it doesn't. It moves them, keeps them the same number of points after Dog get his late equaliser, doesn't it? Halovko played well. Nesta played well in defence. He got himself a goal as well. Sotil was superb in defence for Trumpton, and yeah, all those sorts of things there. Beckham's terrible. Heinrich looks like he's taking a real serious knock at the moment, and I think that looking into that game, probably, I don't know, Alanson deserves something out of that game, but you can just never rule out Big Kid's team. And we're going to our last game of the day, and the last game, the priority here, there's only one team that we're going to be looking at for this one. So, Imagine Madrid, just have a quick look at things here. Are there any things that want some new contracts, or are these players just all happy? Fowler wants a new contract, and he would like to take 30 grand a week and a 700 grand signing on fee. Mendieta is just wanted by Grove. Of course, Grove in this are computer managed because they're in the other country and not one of the 15 teams I am managing. So, yeah, changes for this game compared with their last match. The only change is on the bench, and it's Joe Cole is on the bench instead of Robbie Fowler. Jordi Cruyff still out injured. He's been playing very well this season. Totti starting to play a little bit better in recent games. Kesman as a striker there with his 6 goals, and a quick look into how they got on in their last game. They won 3-1. Robin Kesman and Barry Ferguson with the goals. Team GB were the victims last time. And for North Trafford, they have a squad that has been picked based on no manager. And the manager position I am making available there. So if anyone knows anyone who I do have a bit of a waiting list, but I will if you know anyone who is interested in managing the second half of the season in charge of North Trafford, please let me know. And we go over it. Whoa, slow down. Watching it from the Imagine Madrid point of view, they're 1-0 up as well. Gareth Barry has got the goal. So it's a great start for Imagine Madrid, and pushes them up the table. Hosett has equalised. Just to let you know who is actually playing in that team, Hosett and Flo are up front. We've got Christiansen in goal for the first time. and Elfinger Haaland has been drawn on the right hand side. So remember, these are all done by people playing in positions, or very, very close to positions they actually can play in, even though it's randomised. So he's 1-1 at this point. Here's Gareth Barry with the opener, but North Trafford trying to get himself back in. Obviously it's default 4-4-2 and all the tactics involved with that. It's going to be half time 1-1, is it? Or is there a chance of getting somebody in front at the break? It is half time and it's 1-1. And we look in there, and Chris, just to let you know, you got John Terry on a 5. Yes. Yeah, Mike saw me doing the randoms for Asna last night. I wasn't going to do randoms for Norsk, but the fact that I haven't heard from my manager and he seems to have deleted his account, then we'll randomise them today. Mendieta, 7 tackles, nothing won in there, and I think that's a rather strange one, isn't it? Just to have a quick look at North Trafford. They're all at 7s apart from 1-6 and 1-8, and they're all doing okay, but we don't do anything with the team today. Again, just having a look into it, my absolute favourite picture in the background. That guy is great, and I think if you probably combine these two people here, you probably do get that Swiss fan from the Euros. We got the fans, we absolutely loves this guy, whoever he is. Terry for Lescott, and then stop at 60. On there, so Lescott coming on for his second league game of the season. Stop at 60. I shall. Whoa. What's it powering on for? If Madrid have had Lescott sent off on 60, couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop it. I don't know why it's gone on to the speed. We already cancelled it down at the first half, and your team wasn't on a speedy text. So apologies. Well, kind of apologies, but at the same time, I don't think it would have stopped till 6-3 anyway, and Lescott's gone. So you need to put a defender in, or you can drop your wing-backs to full-backs, but you must have 3 at the back or more. Just the conditions, to let you know your conditions. Ashley Cole's now on 79, a potential footmatic injury, and what's a footmatic? That's the question there. Real niche question from a comedy in the turn of the century. What's a footmatic? That's your trivia question there. What will he do? Ashley Cole. If you take Ashley Cole off, you put Robin out wide, and I'm bringing a centre back that way. Yeah, he's not Cole off for Cole, and you just need to let me know how you're going to make it 3 at the back, or drop to 4. There we go. Okay, drop to 4. There we go. Lovely. Whew. Don't know why it was on that. Really, really strange. Long arrow on Cole. Yeah, of course, can do that. Long arrow on Cole. I assume, is that your long arrow? Or is it the full pitch? Because he's got half an hour and he's just going to go for it. In the longest arrows, corner to corner, you can just get him to run diagonal across the pitch. Smith on for Kez Man. And there's the 3 subs made. Anything else tactically? That is fine. Half an hour left, and the text is actually saying at the right speed this time. We wonder what Lescott was sent off for being frustrated at his manager for not getting the playing time. Cafu's on a yellow card. We got just over 10 minutes to go. North Trafford looking more likely at the moment, and it's a goal. And was that Hosett scoring the goal? It's 2-1 to North Trafford. Will there be a late chance for Imagine Madrid to come back into this game? I'm not sure. Hosett with a chance again. And a yellow card for Trond Andersen. One last chance maybe for somebody. It is. It's Haaland and he's missed a target. And it's 2-1 to North Trafford. Magna Hosek playing up front on the right side of a front two. He's had three tens recently. But now he's playing up front and he's been absolutely tremendous in that match. Really, really good performance from Magna Hosek. That's unfortunate for Madrid, but they did only manage one shot on target all game. And if you look at the performances that way, you could say that it was deserved for North Trafford. Now, let's take a look at that. And yeah, nobody stood out as a performance. And maybe, obviously, the Lescott red card is a factor. He was sent off for holding Mukland, so I assume that is a last man thing there, professional foul. Okay, so we look at our results for today, and 3 teams failed to score, but 2 of them were in the same game. Steelhawks and Old Age Ballers. Roundhay hitting 4 with Crespo getting them all past really. A big shock, that one. And Tyneside winning and moving off the bottom of the table. In expense there of Imagine Madrid, who are now bottom of the table and 2 points adrift of 12th. OAB's in 11th. Falaraki up to 10th, are they? I think they won today. So, yeah, Roundhay up to 18 points, just 3 points off this group now. Team GB, Asner, Loco Calaveras, all level on points. Norsk and Trumpton on 23, Steelhawks 25, and Dalgety Rangers have moved a point further ahead, despite the fact that they only managed a draw. So we've got a great battle here of 2 points separating 5 teams, and then down here we've got, you know, I suppose you got 3 points here separating the bottom 4. These teams haven't got too many points. Oh, Savage. Reply to Fivey's message with a lovely comment there. Yeah, he's very tight at the bottom. So yeah, team of the week: Lizarazu, Parlour and McManaman. That's the strike force. The midfield you want to see, and the lovely strike force there of Hosek, Campbell and Bakajolu, who again has played well, and he was playing there, I think, right mid, was he today? Yeah, looking at that, Marcos on the bench and Lopetegui starting in goal. I think that's very fair. Phil Neville was great in defensive mid, and he's been put there in the their left back position, of course, because that's just where he plays. So, a quick look at some player stats. Van Nistelrooy, Shevchenko, Nikiforenko, top 2. Shevchenko level with that though now. And Elba's dropped to 5th in the average rating, so it's not just 3 players from the same team at the top. Nikiforenko, Van Nistelrooy, the only 2 on double figures. Crespo, Shearer, Shevchenko and Penza on 7s in terms of who's the worst goalkeeper. Carlo Colucci's because he had 35 goals. Penalties, 2 for Ashley Cole is the best there. And assists, Van Nistelrooy top from Shevchenko. Shevchenko's hat-trick of assists for this one. What else do we have? Yellow cards. Yellow cards, Roy Keane 7. Another suspension, of course, he's just served. He is still... He's what? Every yellow card now, he's going to be banned for a match. And so it's effectively a suspension on every yellow card. Might as well get himself sent off. And Nesta on 6. Is he in that same situation? He's 1 away, and I don't know when he last banned, to be honest. Red cards. Nuno with his 2. Man of the match. Van Nistelrooy is clear. And just to remind us that average rating, if we go down to who's in 75th, it's Milan Petkov on 7.2. That's a very standard Milan Petkov, that, isn't it? Reliable. Fixtures for next time: 4 league days away. Played next Wednesday, of course. And we have Falaraki versus Allenton, Imagine Madrid versus the Old Age Ballers, Loco Calaveras, Roundhay. I mean, those games at the top, those top 2 fixtures are massive in that bottom of the table battle. Real E versus Asner. Asner could bring themselves right up into the battle if they can win that one. Team GB and North Trafford, again, very, very close. Trumpton Steelhawks, massive match. Tyneside versus Dalgety Rangers. The reward for a Tyneside victory is that they go and play the free scoring league leaders on that next one. A reminder of when our cup games are. That'll be shortly afterwards. So if we have a look at the team that's still in the cup, just to work out the schedule for that, we can go to Allenson because they are still in the cup, strange enough. So there are 2 league games before the cup. It is a Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, and then a 10-day gap there. We will catch the Greek waiters next week. And of course, there, Five Fuse reminder, we have got Super League tomorrow, Super League Sunday, and on Monday we have Swemp Division 2, and that's into its final 10 matches of the league season. I will make sure I save this right now. I'm going to save it as Matchday 15. It will go onto the drive later. Team GB playing North Trafford twice. They've got them in the league, they've got them in the cup with Roundhay in between. Good spot there. Alpha's been looking at his fixtures, which is great. Thank you to everyone for being here, and we will see you soon. Good night.